Okay, today on the NGI Sofa we are actually joined by a very special guest. We are joined by Geraint Evans from Arc Systems Europe, who's actually like the mastermind behind it all at the moment. And we're joined by LMH NGI Hexanoid, who's a competitive player who won Ultimate Clash Dramatic Battle for SVB last year and came third in native gaming and second in the Revolution as well. So just a list of achievements there. The game we're touching upon today is not even out in the US and Europe yet. It's Japan only at the moment. It's Blazblue Continuum Shift Extend. But we've got a very special surprise in what version that we're actually playing today. So, right, let's get started.
Okay. I'll take you through some of the sort of main additions basically that I've gone to extend. So I'll take you to the main menu. So the first one up really is Unlimited Mars. So anybody that's only just managed to get through Score Attack will be pleased to hear that Unlimited Mars is even harder. Similar kind of setup, only you're playing against unlimited characters, which is very, very difficult. Challenge mode, we've expanded a little bit, so there's some extra combos and stuff in there as well. And obviously that takes into account some of the balance changes. Abyss mode, some of you might recognise from CS2. It's kind of like a survival mode, which has got some sort of like RPG style elements where you can spend points on making your character sort of more powerful in different areas. Story mode, we've made some huge changes to, or new additions to. You've got the Calamity Trigger story, which has been remastered. So there's some new scenes that's kind of been re-edited, so anybody that hasn't played Blazblue before can basically play the story right from the very beginning. We've also got the stories for Makoto, Valkyrie and Platinum in there as well. And again from CS2 there's Military Academy and the Sector 7 story. So in terms of single player content there's a huge amount of stuff in here that's happened. So. There's also a little tweak to the training mode, which I'm sure some people like Hex will appreciate, in that you can now record a lot more strings, so that you can effectively sort of program an AI effectively, so that you can sort of train much more effectively. And Hex will take you through some of that in a bit. Okay,
cool. Alright, well we'll be moving on to a bit of see what the changes are within the actual fighting game itself. And some advances to the training mode, some of the general system changes, and next time will take us through that. Okay. Cool. Alright, training mode. Okay, so what's different?
Right, well for starters, one of the main differences is the addition of a new character, Rayokarna Clover. He's the father of Carl Clover, and he plays nothing like him. Like, if you're thinking that this is going to be a character that's completely similar to Carl, which is like a palette change, you're wrong. There's a lot of different things that you can do. You can summon Ignis and have her around completely, or have her not around at all, which is similar to Carl, who has Nirvana out all the time. A lot of people are comparing him to a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure kind of character, or if you've heard of Persona 4, what's it called, Mayonaka Arena, which is coming out quite soon, where you have personas that you can summon now and have attacks to them. Special properties of that. It's pretty similar to that as well, so you can have him do things like that and then summon Ignis out. So, try to take that real quick. Oh, there it is. What's going on? Yeah, so you can have it like chain like attacks from barriers into Ignis, and just like that's where a lot of his combos will come from. Managing his gauge in the bottom left, his Ignis gauge, really like key to his play. And
does it reduce with usage, or
yeah, so
she takes damage?
With usage. So like if you summon her, like I think your gauge slowly depletes, and doing different commands like 60 or anything that uses drive will deplete it slowly, as you can see in the bottom left. And also her special attacks will deplete the gauge as well. So once that's completely gone, similar to Carl, the robot will just break dead basically, and you can't use anything with her. So you need to be careful to use that gauge properly, because without her, Redis is quite bad.
Okay, so just so if basically that's what Redis is about. So what would these be his basic tactics are? for Relius?
Well, I don't really know too much about Relius right now, but he seems to be a quite tactical character. So you're going to be wanting to. His range isn't that good, so you want to be getting in close. But you need to be using Ignis effectively as well to keep your opponent on their toes. You've got a lot of like she can do. But well, his precious rings will be using her a lot as well. So from 60, you can chain things in from there. And yeah, he's just going to be wanting to get in close, doing his damage and getting away, making sure his meters there. But yeah, it seems quite interesting actually from videos and things like that. So.
Yeah, so with Relius in mind, so with the whole concept of Relius, Geraint, how do you think he ties into that to the DD like story?
Well, I don't want to give too much away because obviously he's quite an interesting character for people that are sort of interested in how his story goes. But he's kind of like one of the main kind of bad guys, effectively, and kind of like this sort of very sinister sort of figure, as a lot of you know it's from his last game.
Thanks. Can you bring up his astral?
Yes. Okay, what was great. Oh, because you're doing the well as well. Why do that to me?
Well, do we think you're going to pick Lychee instead?
I think that's fully invincible as well.
Is it fully invincible?
Into the dungeon.
Whoa, weird astral.
All the characters have got that kind of different variation on that as well. It's, it's kind of creepy.
Just a little bit.
So, well, actually, one thing I know this is like slightly like off, but if you notice the background side, that's extended exclusive, right?
Yes, for Relius, yeah.
Is there been other stage revamps or anything like that?
No, I don't think so. I think
they actually have, well, not revamps, but they have included a few new stages and a few new songs as well. So, like the one you just saw now, that was on Relius' stage, which is the only new one that's been added, I think. But there's new songs, so you've got, well, from, Classic Night, Shinsho, which is the new OP, the old OP as well, and the new Astral song as well, and things like that. So, I mean, there's not that much new content in terms of stages and music, but yeah.
Okay, so
there's been a major revamp for character changes anyway. So,
so it's definitely. But I've also noticed is that it includes all the DLC characters from CS.
Yeah. So if anyone bought their DLC from Continuum Shift, tough basically. The new version does include every single character and all the colours as well. But the only difference is that you don't get them straight off the bat. If you do single player modes like Unlimited Mars, Abyss, you get PS, which is in the top right, and you can use that in the gallery. You can basically spend that as money to buy different characters, colours, their unlimited modes, and yeah, so you need to unlock the levels.
So even unlimited characters as well?
Yeah, unlimited characters, yeah, you have to buy them of course, and you have to unlock it, but they are available straight off the bat, you don't have to pay for anything. There will probably be DLC for this new game as well, since the Japanese version has included some new announcers. But besides that, anything that you got from Continuum Shift 2 DLC is available to buy for free.
So, Geraint, I'm right to say that this is the complete package?
Yes, you could say it's the ultimate version of Blazblue, so like the biggest package that we've done. It's worth pointing out as well that as you kind of play stuff in the game, you earn currency to unlock stuff for pretty much everything that you do in the game as well. So you're not kind of forced to do particular things you don't want to, just by like naturally playing your ability to build up
just going online or something will increase your levels, you get out of it and you'll find you have more points to spend, so it's nothing really too taxing.
So other than the competitive side, pushed aside for a bit, it seems that it's for people that play casually, there's definitely a lot more for them to.
Oh yeah, in terms of like single player, if you're not really that into playing online, and just want to play for the characters and the story, or it's your first Blazblue, in terms of single player hours, there's like a huge amount of stuff there. So hopefully, a lot of new players will come into it for that, especially with Guns Trigger added. Another bonus as well that we haven't touched on is the inclusion of team battles. So you can have 2v2, 3v3, 1v5 if you want, and it will make quite a big difference to the online escape.
So. Even with all these new features and definitely a lot more content, post game release, would there be any support for it?
In terms of In terms of the community, you mean, or?
I'll say more to do with like DLC and stuff like that.
Okay, well, DLC-wise, there's some new system voices and stuff that have already been confirmed. As for anything else, I don't know. Not because it's like a big secret or anything, just because I genuinely don't know what I've got planned for.
Okay. Well, this is all good because definitely there'll definitely be a community behind it to see post-release support anyway. So yeah, anyone interested in Extend, don't worry, there'll be a lot of stuff out there happening for it. But I think we've got to get onto the main bit of this video, which I know quite a few people that will be watching this will be interested in, is the system change, the actual gameplay system changes that were made, and some of the character nerfs and buffs. So
Which makes us real happy there.
Yeah.
So, gameplay-wise, what changed?
What? Well, this is still Continuum Shift game, so like the main mechanics are still the same. You still got your gold burst, green burst, things like that. If you know about like primary gauge, things like that. Most of the system mechanics are quite similar, but character changes have taken place a lot. So for example, Noelle, she can't actually special cancel her drive moves anymore. So before I could do something like this into Optic Barrel, but I can't do that anymore. Only the first hit can special cancel. So there's things like that. There's general combo changes, so we can now use a Assault Through in our combos and go from there.
Is that now wall bounce?
Yeah, because of the wall bounce, yeah. And things like Spring Raid as well, no longer, you can't do like certain combos from it, like, not do the 2D Spring Raid. It's Spring Raid, I can't do 60 follow-up. Things like, it's just small changes that you can get used to quite quickly, but for certain characters like Makoto, she's been made like really quite bad, so, I mean, different, and Lambda and Darkenhand stay pretty much identical, so it's just about like exploring your own character, seeing what changed, seeing what stayed the same, and go from there.
Wasn't there a couple actual like system changes with guard frames and the way?
Yeah, there has been actually. So like if you want to attack me for a little while right there, because throw some punches at me. Like if you look at the guard panel, I've got 4 guard panels right now. But if I was to use just take me real quick. If I use a counter sword, it reduces it by 1.
Okay. It wasn't like that before.
It wasn't like that in Continuum Shift 2 or any of the other previous games as well. So that's one of the changes. Gold Burst and Green Burst have been changed so they come out slightly slower. So it's easy to bait and punish. But if you use it correctly, you can still do your thing with it. What else is changed? But yeah, besides that, system mechanics are pretty much changes. Stay the same.
Okay, meter-wise, it's the same thing with counter sword as well?
Yeah, it still takes 50p, supers will still take 50p, and actual bees will take 1 burst and 100p as well, things like that. What else? There's not really much. I mean, obviously, character-specific things like how much heat they gain will have changed from character to character, but nothing like universal was helpful besides the counter sword.
Okay, well, it sounds definitely like if anyone's played CS, CS2, will definitely be familiar.
Yeah, they should be comfortable with it.
And just be able to easily jump right in. I must admit, I don't see the counter assault happen often. It's a bit of a rarity to see it at all.
Well, it's not. I mean, like different characters, like the world's counter assault is really useful. Like you can easily get a corner pressure if you have the heat and things like that. But some characters might not need it and might not be very useful for it. So, for example, I've seen characters actually like use invincibility to go through counter assaults and just carry on doing damage. So you've wasted 50 heat to carry on getting punished. So it just depends on who you are and how you're going to use it.
Oh, fair enough. It definitely, the people start to change, it makes it a lot more. You have to be a lot more committed to using it instead of it being more like viable in general. But I do wonder what the developers had in mind when they decide to change that.
Yeah.
But is there so Geraint, is there anything else that you feel is different with this game?
I think a lot of people that put a lot of time into CS and CS2, I think you find that a lot of your old combos don't really function the same way anymore. So it's been quite a good refresh. And I know that a lot of people are sort of sad about nerfs to the various characters, or people are very pleased about that. But I think it's always good to have a bit of a refresh and get people talking about the game system, some of the new combos that can be done, and I think that kind of thing's always nice.
Well, boy, I haven't been the Mr. Blazblue person. That's more than Hexanoid than me person. But it's definitely sounds like if you wait for CS for something complete, then Extend will be the best thing to come out, basically. Because it just basically seems to me that anyone that waited for CS or for a pack with all the DLC characters and stuff, they might as well just get this game.
Yeah.
And that'd be the end of it. Well, it's obvious that you guys are going to be having fun with this game for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that basically covers our quick touch on BBCS Extend. This is Hexanoid and Geraint. When will we be seeing this game? Around just the estimated time.
It's not going to be far off the US version at all. So
I'm sure the fans will hold you to that.
Yeah, you're not looking at the same kinds of distances between US County Trigger and with CS originally. You're going to be nowhere near that kind of work. So it's very soon.
Okay, cool. And that'll be for PS3, 360, and right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's definitely looking to be quite a game, and I know Hexanoid's improved it. Happy with the HUD colour.
Yeah. What can I tell you, man?
Purple everywhere. But Geraint, it's been lovely having you.
Cheers, thanks very much. Thanks for
coming all the way down from Bristol to London.
Cheers,
This is NGI, Rayokarna and Hexanoid signing out. We'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.